This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Police seeking to ID man found dead in gully. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Central Police Division are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body of a man who was killed on Vincent Street in Almond Town, Kingston. The body is of brown complexion, slim build, about 5 feet 8 inches long, and appears to be in his early 20s. The police say it was clad in a black Aeropostale t-shirt, black shorts, and black Reebok sneakers. It is reported that about 10:40 a.m. on Sunday, February 27, residents heard explosions and summoned the police. On arrival of the lawmen, the deceased was seen lying on his back in a gully in the community with gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at hospital. Anyone who may be able to assist the police in identifying the body is asked to contact the Kingston Central Police at 876-922-0308, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. New train schedule for full resumption of schools. The Jamaica Railway Corporation will roll out a new schedule for the student train service on March 7 to coincide with the full resumption of face-to-face classes. According to a statement from the Ministry of Transport and Mining on Saturday, the revised schedule for both the Jamaica Urban Transit Company and the train service is a result of findings from a study of the first phase of the pilot, which began in January this year. The findings revealed that the original schedule was restrictive based on the early departure time and in instances excluded the target group from utilizing the service. The ministry said that in consultation with the JRC, the JUTC, and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, it therefore revised the schedule for the service in order to make it more accommodating to the targeted members of the commuting public. The ministry said the school train service will continue to operate on 2 segments of the existing railway network in the parish of St. Catherine, as it provides a safe and cost-effective transport for school children who depend on the public transport system. It also transports students from Old Harbour and Linstead to Spanish Town, where they are transported to their respective schools via JUTC buses. Under the new schedule, the Old Harbour train departs the station at 6:40 a.m., arriving in Spanish Town at 7:12 a.m., with stops in Bushy Park and Heartlands in between. In the afternoon, it leaves Spanish Town at 4:10 p.m. and arrives in Old Harbour at 4:45 p.m. As for the Linstead train, it departs Charlemont at 6:25 a.m., making stops in Linstead and Bogwalk before arriving in Spanish Town at 7:15 a.m. In the afternoon, it leaves the Spanish Town station at 3:55 p.m., making stops in Bogwalk, Linstead, and Charlemont before returning to Linstead at 4:55 p.m. The ministry said students are to arrive at the respective train stations at least 15 minutes before departure. The Back on Track initiative is a partnership among the Ministry of Transport and Mining, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, the Jamaica Railway Corporation, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The schools that will benefit from the service include Jonathan Grant High School, St. Jago High School, Jose Marte High School, and St. Catherine High. Taxi operator gunned down in St. Catherine. The police in St. Catherine are probing the murder of a taxi operator who was shot and killed along Walks Road in Spanish Town on Friday night. No motive has been established for the killing of 29-year-old Arlando Patterson, who lived in Gregory Park in Portmore in the parish. The police report that explosions were heard in the vicinity of the Angels roundabout about 9:20 p.m. and an alarm was raised. The police say Patterson was discovered suffering from gunshot wounds to his upper body. His murder has moved homicides in the St. Catherine North Division to 26. Female linked to 21 gun find is still not found as a cops raided property. Police have intensified their search for the female who was identified as a person of interest following the seizure of 21 firearms at a warehouse on Friday. Police sources said the search continues as the female Jadian Alicia Edwards was given until 12 midday on Saturday to turn in herself to the counterterrorism and organized crime for questioning. Checks made up to that time reveal that the woman remained at large. Police said a property where the woman is believed to have resided was raided, but no one was found. Police High Command in a release said the woman was from Portmore, but sources said she is believed to always frequent sections of Clarendon. Meanwhile, anyone knowing her whereabouts is being asked to contact the CTOC at 876-967-1389, Crime Stop at 311, or NIB at 811. Parents of boy who passed 9 subjects facing confusing situation. A rift appears to be brewing between the parents of Delano Tucker, the young man who managed to pass 9 CXC subjects in spite of the fact that he was living under deplorable conditions, and a blogger who claims he was the one who helped to highlight the plight of the youngster. The blogger, Alex, is claiming that his initiative called Doing Good in My Community and other efforts to bring the condition of Delano to the public's attention are being pushed aside. The blogger has also accused the politicians of wanting to take over a housing project for Delano and his family. However, Delano's mother, Natrice White Tucker, is contending that the political representative in the area was the first to contact the family on building a house. As a result, she is working with the parliamentarian in the construction of the same. The blogger made a different claim. He said he was one of the persons instrumental behind a video on Street Driven TV, which highlighted Delano's impoverished situation, from which he rose to attain 9 Caribbean secondary education certificate subjects. Since then, the family has received an outpouring of support and assistance from both local and international donors who are trying to change their living conditions. But it appears all is not well between the man who said he first highlighted Delano's plight. Speaking in a TikTok video on Thursday, Alex said he, along with a group called Doing Good in My Community, were planning on building a 3-bedroom house for Delano and his family. Alex claimed that he and his team went to the youngster's house and began carrying out some preliminary measurements in order to determine how much it would cost to construct a house. The blogger said other persons from the government's Housing Opportunity and Employment Program were also there on the day speaking with the family. According to Alex, they were sent there allegedly by politicians. They could have simply reached out to us and said they wanted to partner with us and help to build a foundation and a house for Delano and to help other persons in the community, the blogger continued. But they decided not. They decided to go behind our backs and went to the person's house early and signed up papers and all kinds of documents which we never know of, he added. Despite this seeming about turn, the blogger claimed he asked the Hope officials to partner with his team, but that offer was allegedly rejected. For the time being, I don't want anyone to send any money to my account or anything. Let's just keep the house project on pause for a little second, and I will figure out what to do, Alex told his followers. In what appears to be a response to the blogger's widely publicized video and several allegations, Delano's mother, White Tucker, is contending that the MP, Kerencia Morrison, was the first person who contacted us when the initial video with Delano came out. Continuing, she said she sent her representative to assist to the area and she is going to give us a nice house. She is not going to give us any full house because we see the plan. White Tucker, standing aside her husband in the video, claimed that the blogger also started to allegedly curse when he saw her signing papers carried by Hope representatives. The blogger made a video and tell the people them say he see government a take over the thing, in which way it is Kerencia Morrison who reached out to us first, asserted the matriarch of the Tucker family. So I don't like the confusion. I like things to just go as smooth as possible, because we can only do things the correct way, and when we do things the correct way, it will go properly. So thank you, Miss Kerencia Morrison, for assisting us with the house, she said. Meanwhile, White Tucker has reminded persons that the school has an account that they can donate to. The two videos have left social media users expressing mixed views. Some individuals looking on have described the family members as ungrateful, given the fact that it was Alex that brought their situation to public light. Others are questioning whether politics is at play in the situation and the family members are being exploited. The blogger, however, has not escaped a public backlash, as several persons have slammed him for allegedly taking advantage of the family's situation. He has also been labeled as an opportunist by others. New Bail Act for Parliament soon. A new Bail Act is to be brought to the Houses of Parliament shortly for consideration. A new bail law is far advanced and should be coming before the Parliament within a month or so, Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malhoufort said. She was speaking during Thursday's sitting of the Standing Finance Committee at Gordon House. During his throne speech in February, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen said new provisions will be enacted in relation to the grant or denial of bail and related matters. Malhoufort said one of the major deliveries from the new ministry so far is the firearms bill, which is now before a joint select committee for further deliberation. The firearms bill introduces harsher penalties for offenses connected to illicit trade, manufacture, stockpiling, possession, and the use of illegal guns. The legislation is aimed at addressing the challenges being experienced in the country with respect to the proliferation of illegal firearms and, importantly, to increase the applicable penalties for breaches of provisions relating to prohibited weapons. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.